Hey everyone, John here. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over how to do a mass data extraction from yfinance. So the way that I'm doing it is I'm pulling all of the info. So I actually did this specific task before. The only thing is it took way longer to do, right? You'll notice in today's video that I'm able to do it way faster. Like I could pull 500 stocks in the matter of like a minute. Whereas before, like it would pull specific things. The reason why this way is quicker is because I'm using the yfinance API versus using web scraping, which is what I was doing before. I was like using the Selenium browser, stuff like that. But yeah, now I'm pulling straight from the yfinance API. But yeah, so let me go over the code. So this code will be in the comments section below. So I bring in the yfinance API, I import pandas, datetime, and I use this ThreadPoolExecutor. So I'll go over what that is, but that's one of the keys for me to be able to pull this pretty quickly. But yeah, I make sure I output it into a CSV file, and I put a timestamp on when I pulled it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the function to get the ticker info. So stock equals ticker dot symbol info. So I'm pulling the ticker info, and then I'm just returning the info, and then I'm just putting it in all into the, what do you call this? The data frame. But yeah. Let's see. There's not really much to it. It's like it's a pretty simple code. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'll show you what the output is. So this is just 5 stocks, but I'm gonna show you the power of pulling it with like 60 stocks. So you got the address, you got the second address, you've got the city, you've got a bunch of different information. All of this information, I'm gonna see if I could pre-process it for a machine learning algorithm. The other thing that I'm planning to do is I'm trying to convince my brother to like make an AI agent part. I don't even know if it's an AI agent. It's just a web scrape, right? Like, and then save it onto a database in the cloud, but just kind of run this on a day-to-day basis. And then that way we can collect data over time. Like, I think this data is pretty valuable because you get like open, high, low, close. You got the audit risk, you got the board risk, compensation risk, shareholder rights, overall risk. You get like some dates. You get like you even get the who's running the company, right? You get the open, high, low, close. You get the market cap, different dividend rate, dividend yield, ex-dividend date, payout ratio, 5-year average dividend yield. You got the beta in there, trailing PE, forward PE, volume. You just get so much data from this, right? And if you get a time series data of this, it might be valuable. Float shares, shares out, shares short. This is huge. Like I would say this is like a massive amount of information that I can feed into an ML algorithm, right? But yeah, overall, like you get target price. So you get the current price, the target high price, target low price, target mean price, target median price, recommendation. You get whether or not it's a buy. You'll notice that most stocks are just a buy. It's kind of weird. Number of analyst opinions. How many people are covering the stock? Total cash per share. Yeah, it's just like a huge amount of information here that can be used. I don't know if I go through like what they all do. Maybe I should do that, right? Because then what's the point of pulling data if you don't know what you're pulling? So maybe over the weekend, I'll drop like a couple of videos on like how to look at some of these things. But yeah, that's kind of like something that I'll do. Okay, so now that we know how the code works, I'll show you how to pull the data in. But really all you're doing, so you have this list of tickers. What you want to do is you just want to populate this list of tickers with like your own tickers. So let's say you're looking at the NASDAQ 100, you want to put the NASDAQ 100 tickers in here. But for my use case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the TSX 60. I can pull more than 500 tickers at a time. It's insane. But yeah, like the thing that I noticed is if you pull too many at one time, you kind of get problems. Like I think they throttle your API calls, so you kind of have to just be wary of that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull. If you're a TSX investor, what I like to do is I like to go to this TMX list. So you go to tsx.com, listings, current market statistics, TSX and TSXV listed companies. You click that, and then you kind of get this spreadsheet where it's just like literally every single stock that trades on the TSX stock and a couple of other different products. So like you're gonna get all the different industries in. Let me see if I could see that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't zoom this in, but you can see like all the different industries. You can see like exchange traded products. You can see there's a couple that I don't look, special purpose acquisition companies. I don't really look at those, but they're in there. There's like 3 special purpose acquisition companies in there. There's also some closed-ended funds that I'm just not gonna look at. But yeah, so let's pull in a bunch of tickers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to filter for not exchange traded products, not special purpose acquisition companies, and not closed end funds, right? So now I have 716 issuers. What I'm interested in is 716, the TSX 60. So let's pull 60 stocks. So I already filtered it by market cap. I don't know if you caught that, but I'm going to filter it by market cap. Or I'm going to sort it by market cap so I could easily pull. Okay, so then just make a new tab, Alt HBSV. Okay, so when you pull, when you put in the tickers for this script, what you actually have to do is you actually have to know what the ticker format is. So for anything that trades in Canada, you actually have to append .to to the ticker. So I'll show you what that looks like. If you go into Yahoo Finance, so yahoofinance.com. So if you look up Royal Bank, So there's Royal Bank trades on the New York Stock Exchange as well as the TSX, right? So if you pull RY only, you're gonna get the New York Stock Exchange one. So if you pull up ry.to, you're gonna get the Royal Bank of Canada that trades on Toronto Stock Exchange. I don't know if you could see that, but that's kind of how it works. So you kind of have to be aware of what the ticker format is. But yeah, okay. So now that we have 60 tickers, so right down here you can see like there's a count of 60 tickers. You have to append a .to to it. So let's just do that. Concat this and this. Okay, so now there we go. So now we've got 60 tickers, and then you could easily just concat this into a list to be fed into the what do you call it? Into the script. So equals text join. Then so the limiter is just single, comma, single. And then that's what I usually use. And then ignore empty equals to true. Oh. And then just bring in all the stuff. Oh, what is this? What's going on here? Am I getting rusty at Excel? Oh my goodness. I'm just way too into Python right now. But yeah, now I have like the list of tickers. Now I have 60 tickers in here. What is going on here? There we go. Okay, so you got 60 tickers. Let's see if it pulls. But yeah, like this thread execution, like this let me explain what this code how this code works with ChatGPT. But yeah, like this thing is really powerful. Like explain this. Right? Like the main thing about this is designed to fetch information for multiple symbols concurrently using multi-threading to optimize performance, right? So that's crazy, right? Like before, I was pulling one ticker at a time. This thing pulls like multiple tickers at the same time. But yeah, let's reduce the max amount of workers just so that I can pull the information, all the information. Because sometimes if you pull like 10 tickers at a time, you're going to throttle yourself. They're going to throttle you, right? Okay. But yeah, this other timestamp thing is like, it's very useful because you can, the timestamp allows you to pull the ticker every day without having to worry about like, I don't know, changing the date, right? You don't want to collect data only to overwrite it by accident. That's a major key. Okay, so let's run it. So let's see how long it takes to run. Control Enter. So right now, 1 second, 2 second. Okay, it's kind of throttling. So it couldn't find a couple different stocks. So let's see. So it couldn't find TECK. It couldn't find GIB. And it couldn't find RCI. So I already know like RCI is, you have to be like RCI.B.TO. I think that's how that works. I don't know why I couldn't. This might be Gibson Energy. Let me see this. But yeah, I'm not sure like why that is. Let's investigate that a little bit. But let's look at the output. So out of, let's see how much I actually got. Open in Explorer. So as of, is it not in here yet? 7:49 p.m. 7:49 a.m. Let's pull that up. Okay, so how many stocks did we get? So out of 60 stocks, we managed to get, so out of 60 stocks, we got 55, right? So let's figure out why we didn't get all of the information. So for example, TECK, let's see why. It might be because of the throttling issue. TECK. See here? So I tried to pull techb.to. So you kind of just have to know like the ticker that you're pulling, right? That's what I'm saying. TECK-b.to. So really like when I try to pull the TSX60, I should know that there's a -b in some of these, right? That's just something that you kind of have to build up. Let's find out why Gibson Energy wasn't pulled. Oh, GIB. Okay, GIB-A.to. I thought GIB was something else. But yeah, so see here, CGI Inc. You need to have a -A.to. And that's kind of just something that you have to know. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I pulled more than, how many stocks? Did I screw up the count? But yeah, like I got most of them right. Now I just have to like kind of have a nuanced approach. Like with some of these stocks, stock tickers, I have to add like the -A or the -B. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can pull this on a day-to-day basis, run it automatically, and then you can have some good data for your machine learning algorithm. But yeah, this ThreadPoolExecutor is something new that I found. It's actually, it makes a big difference. Like, it took 5 seconds to pull all of that information, like that much data. Before, I was pulling like a couple rows and it took way too long. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.